We had information that she had booked a flight to Vietnam. The flight went from Miami to Dubai, and then there was a layover, and the rest of it was going to Vietnam. She was apprehended on the jetway getting on that plane.
Now to what's trending in true crime, as the jail calls that led to Donna Adelson's arrest have now been released. Authorities taking her into custody last month in connection with the murder for hire plot that killed her former son-in-law, Dan Markel. Now, Adelson's son Charlie was convicted, as you know, just a week before his mom Donna's arrest for the same crimes. And after his conviction, they spoke on the phone, where she mentioned a potential suicide plot.
Do I want to go to sleep and not see my son? I do. Perfectly honest, I do. And we'll do it together. We'll do it together. Leave a note. They'll know when to come and get us. And we'll do it together. So, the boy, look, I'm going to make a decision at some point. So after speaking to Dan this morning and knowing what they're thinking up there, I don't know if we'll make it out in time. I really don't.
And there we hear her saying the word "we" a lot. So we're asking the question this morning, might Harvey Adelson be implicated here as well? Let's bring in our guest in the studio with me, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Noah Pines. Joining us remotely, law enforcement expert Sonny Slaughter, and criminal defense attorney and trial advocacy professor Don Malarsic. Great to see you all. Oh boy, might Harvey need to be worried? Don Malarsic, I haven't seen you in so long. We've missed you on the show. We know you've been busy. Let me start with you, please.
Oh boy, Harvey needs a really, really good lawyer. That's where we have to start. You know, jail calls are really the bane of existence for criminal defense attorneys. It's an absolute nightmare. You know, our clients yearn and long for some human connection. They want to talk to family. They want to talk to friends. The lawyers tell them you can't talk to anyone. And this is the reason why. When they get on the phone, they believe that they are talking in private. There's no one around. But every single one of those jail calls are recorded, and some poor intern in the prosecutor's office has to listen to every single one of them.
Exactly. Definitely. I mean, those days are long days when you're listening to jail calls, but they can be very fruitful days, as we know. Investigators here, I'm sure, are watching Harvey like a hawk. Sonny Slaughter, I got to go to you on this point. Talk to me about what you think may be going on with him. Is he being surveilled, do you think?
Yes, I believe he is probably being surveilled. They might have some wiretaps in place, and because they had those before, they are watching his movements, checking his bank accounts, and they are also reviewing those recordings to see what additional information they may have missed and what they can glean from it in order to seal the prosecution's case against all of them.
Right, Sonny. Noah Pines, let's talk about those prosecutors, please. You've been one once upon a time. If we're contemplating this on this show right now, I would think they would have to be contemplating the charging of both Harvey and Wendy in their office. Take us kind of behind the scenes. What kind of conversations do you think are going on right now?
Well, I think they need more evidence. Otherwise, I've said this before on the show that, you know, if they were going to charge all of them, they had the evidence, they would have done it. The question is, are they missing a piece that, you know, they might get? Because you hear all these jail calls, again, as everyone's talking about, where people just, they can't shut up. Back in the day when I was a prosecutor, I used to have to go down to jail because they didn't have them electronically, and you'd have to like hunt phone numbers and listen. And that was my job as a young prosecutor. When a death penalty trial was going on, go listen to all the calls after trial and see what the defendant's saying.
Oh, yeah.
Because they talk and talk and talk.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I've spent many, many evenings late in the prosecutor's office doing that. And then when you get something, it's funny when somebody, you know, you're all there in a group and, oh my gosh, I got something. Everybody
well, now they probably have AI that helps them go through it, but they need it.
Right. I've got a call I want to play for you all right now. This is really something. This is where Donna is talking about how she believes her family is cursed.
How many times do we have plans that I really can't and have to cancel? Wendy needs us for this. Wendy needs us to babysit. So we've been really good nannies, and I guess our job is up. Because now the boys are older, they can go out with friends, they can do things on their own. So she doesn't need grandma and grandpa. Okay, pretty hurtful. I have one son that I don't speak with. I have one son who's close to being dead. love is doing this? I don't get it. I don't get it. I said to Harvey, I swear to God, our family was cursed. Absolutely cursed. And I don't know how to take care of it anymore.
Well, sounds like Donna's feeling sorry for herself. Sonny Slaughter, what do you think hearing this?
I think Donna was so wrapped up into her children. She is having a complete break, which makes her vulnerable to saying things as she is saying for them to pick up additional information about everyone else. She's just having a psychotic break as a parent. So she's got some vulnerability for them to tap into.
Oh, yeah, they're listening intently to those calls. All right, now let's talk about the alleged suicide plan. That was something investigators learned through the calls. Now, we know Donna was arrested on the jetway. She had a one-way ticket to Vietnam with her, and that's a country with no extradition treaty with the United States, right? So we couldn't have brought her back if they would have charged her. So how might have police known about this plan to run away? Well, you guessed it, she told her son Charlie about it after his conviction.
We've been looking it up over and over. If things change, if there is extradition from Vietnam, because we've looked at all the places. I mean, I could go to Korea and China, but there's no extradition. But we're looking for places where there's no extradition.
Smart move, you know? And I mean, she knew there was a chance, right? They would stop her during the escape, or maybe she didn't think so. Maybe she thought she could outsmart law enforcement. Let's bring in our guests, see if they think she really thought she could get away here. Don Malarsik, what do you think when you hear that she was looking into countries that don't have extradition treaties with us?
Well, I don't know if she's cursed, Julie, but she's not really smart. I mean, it's 101, right? You know the police are listening to those calls. You know eventually that they're going to seize your phone. They're going to look at your computer. And how many cases have we seen here on court TV where suspects and defendants are done in by their computer searches? How to dispose of a body? Where are the countries that don't have extradition? So I'm sure, as we heard earlier, she is very vulnerable. She's having a really difficult time, and her family is falling apart at the seams. But it's unimaginable that she thinks that no one's going to know when she's talking on a recorded jail line about her planned escape to a country that doesn't have extradition.
Right, Don. Noah, I just think this woman is in so far over her head. If she's doing this criminal activity that Florida prosecutors say she's doing, it seems that, like, this isn't her world. This isn't the world she's used to operating in. And I think she thinks she's above the law and that nobody's going to arrest her if she tries to escape. What do you think?
I mean, I can't get over that 2 phone calls ago, that narcissistic part of it. It's like, it's almost like, I did all this for my family, including organizing everything, allegedly, and now nobody needs me. I mean, that to me, you know, it's narcissism, and now we've heard stupidity.
Right.
I mean, to talk about
Bingo.
this. Right.
Yes.
I mean, it's just, it's stupid
Yeah.
to do it on a recorded line. And by the way, every time it's like, you're on a recorded line. It literally says you are on a recorded line.
Right, it does.
And you know that these prosecutors are going to listen to Charlie's calls just to see what he says out of curiosity. It's so easy to press a button now and be like, what's Charlie saying about us? Let's find out.
Exactly, Noah. I mean, and I'm sure, Sonny, in your career, I'm laughing because we all know what it's like to listen to those calls. Sonny, I'm sure you've heard the ones where, like, they'll actually say on the prisoner or whomever they're talking to, now, somebody could be listening, so we got to, you know, like, they soften their voice and, you know, kind of whisper.
Or they're talking another language.
Right.
That happens all the time. They're
Another
like,
language.
well, I wasn't speaking English. I'm like, well, you know they have translators.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Sonny, what do you think here? Do you think she just thought that nobody would listen or catch her and that she would actually get away?
I think she did, but I also think that she has so much money, and she really, as my co-guests have said, thought she was above the law. She had this narcissistic attitude, and she thinks, I'm so wealthy, I can get away. I've done this research. My children don't need me, so let me just tell my one son what I'm going to do, as if no one is paying attention. The conviction of Charlie didn't mean the case was over. That just meant he was done, and they're still looking for all of the pieces of the puzzle.
You're so right, Sonny. I think it meant the case got better. Really for the state, not for the Adelsons. Got way worse for them. But yeah, I mean, it's almost like when that jury returned that verdict, I mean, it just showed that, look, even though he didn't physically commit this murder, they believed that he was 100% behind the plot. In terms of what culpability Wendy may have, I want to just ask you all quickly if you think she should be worried and need a lawyer. Noah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody.
Yeah. Wendy ought to be worried. Dawn, your thoughts?
You know, Julie, a day without a lawyer is like a day without sunshine, right?
Oh, that's right. That's so right.
Wendy
We all need a
definitely
great
needs a
lawyer
lawyer.
in our life. Yep. Yep. As my dad always says, we all need a Tom Hagen. You know, for those of you, if you're fans of The Godfather, you get the reference. Sonny, what do you think? Ought Wendy to be worried?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a law enforcement instructor and keep an attorney on retainer. Yeah, we all need an attorney.
That's right. Oh, my goodness. We got to leave it there for now. Of course, we're going to keep you apprised of any more developments we see in this one. We're going to keep combing through those jail calls here at Court TV and share more of them with you.